Dan McDonald back with Sports Nola's coverage of the Sun Belt Conference Press Day, and very honored to have the commissioner of the Sun Belt Conference, Karl Benson, with us. And Karl, first of all, you're coming off a great year for the league in football, record-setting year with numbers of teams in bowl games, wins over some of the best teams in the country. It had to be a very satisfying year.
It really was, Dan, and we put some pressure on ourselves by having that type of year, and I think that everyone understands and knows that the potential's there. The four teams that went to bowl games last year are all coming back to the Sun Belt, so we think that we've got four teams that that have a good foundation, and I think we're expecting another good year and make sure that last year just wasn't a one year flash, and it carried over to the rest of the sports. We had a terrific year in men's basketball, and you get into baseball and softball, and so my year one in the Sun Belt was awfully enjoyable.
You talked about those four teams that got into bowl games last year. All four of those teams return in a time where conferences have been in a little bit of upheaval and so forth. But even with the members that have departed, you have the football foundation still very much in shape. Well,
we do, and then I think the additions that we've made with Appalachian State and Georgia Southern, along with Texas State and in Georgia State, that you put it in terms of baseball managers or baseball general managers or basketball or football general managers. There's always trades going on, and I like the teams that we got, and we've added 7 and lost 5, and I'm very, very confident and optimistic that we've got the right membership.
We talked about bowl games, and obviously everybody is locked in for this one more year, but you've got another bowl cycle coming up starting in 2014. I know that's something that you've been working on, is trying to lock down the league as far as bowl game lock-ins.
There's a lot of chatter out there in terms of new games, established games, how many teams or how many bowls will the SEC elect to align with, which all has a trickle down. And right now we're all in a little bit of a wait and see for the SEC to get done with their bowl picture in the Big 12, and then I think that we're going to have additional opportunities, whether they're brand new games that will be part of a startup with it, or perhaps aligning with an established game. But come 2014, I think it's very realistic that the Sun Belt will have 4 bowl guarantees, which is about the number we need, I think.
And, of course, one thing that has been discussed also is the league getting to the point where you also have a championship game within the league. Is that with the teams coming in and so forth? Is that something that's still is it out there on the table?
Well, we thought we were there last 1st of April when we added, in that single day, I think it was March 27th, we added Appalachian State, Georgia Southern, New Mexico State, and Idaho as football-only members. And that day, even though we didn't announce a 12-team league, we knew we had gotten to 12, and I think everyone was expecting that we would get there. Unfortunately, Western Kentucky made the decision to depart, and so now we're one short of the 12. But not that we aren't still looking and considering and evaluating and assessing. For 2014, we will be an 11-team league. So the earliest would be 2015, and I'll be surprised if we're not at 12 in 2015.
Karl Benson, the commissioner of the Sun Belt Conference, reporting with us from the Sun Belt Conference Football Press Day right here on SportsNola.com.